ॐ दक्षिणस्य समारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता स्मर्या गुरुपरम्परा श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। परिज्ञानाश्रम श्रीगुरुशङ्कर परिज्ञानाश्रम शङ्कर सद्गुरु केशववामन कृष्ण पाण्डुरङ्ग आनन्द परिज्ञान गुरु सद्यो जात शङ्कर सद्गुरु गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. So we have been seeing now what are the sadhanas to deepen one's bhakti. What are the sadhanas to make one's bhakti mature? Going from Artha Bhakta to Artharthi Bhakta to Jnani Bhakta, Jignasu and Jnani Bhakta, what are the sadhanas that are necessary? We saw, the various sadhanas starting from Vairagyam, and then we saw about Satsanga, then we saw about avoidance of Dussanga, and at every level, Narada Maharishi talked about what should be done, why it should be done, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each of them. All that he explained. And now he is going to talk further about the sadhanas for not developing, for perpetuating his bhakti, to keep the bhakta in me alive, to make my bhakti more intense, more mature. He talks about further sadhanas. And now from the 46th sutra onwards, for the next few verses, that is the next 3 verses, Bhagwan Narada talks about, how difficult it is to cross over Maya for any person, for any bhakta. Even a bhakta, in the initial, till he becomes a parabhakta, if he's a parabhakta, then yes, he's crossed that Maya. He's no longer going to get drawn into that Maya again. He's no longer going to slip, because the path of a bhakta, that is a mumukshu's path, is very slippery. Because though I'm a mumukshu, my vasanas are there. There is a natural tendency towards getting distracted by the objects of the world outside. There is a natural tendency for me to gravitate towards kama, artha and kama, which is a very natural tendency. And it is very possible that during my journey towards moksha as a mumukshu, it is possible that I can slip. There are many places where I can slip. If there is a problem with my vairagya, I may think that I have mastered over my attachment and entanglement with the world outside and all that. I may think so, but it may not be. When I am really exposed to something which I had a fancy or a spriha for a long time, I don't know how I am going to react. What happens to my vairagya, my viveka, I don't know. I can fall for so many things, and I am myself not sure, because the mind is pramathi, balavat, As Arjuna says in Bhagavad Gita, it's a pramathi, it's something which can lead one away. So a mumukshu's journey is a very, very difficult journey because there are so many situations and instances where I can fall, I can slip. And that's the same with bhakta also. A bhakta, unless becomes a parabhakta, as a mumukshu bhakta, we never know. A bhakta never knows when he's going to be distracted from his, connection with Ishvara. What is it that can bring down his level of vairagya? Satsanga may be lost for whatever reason. For some unknown reason, without even his knowing, the bhakta may get entrapped into some dussanga. So, crossing Maya, because ultimately what is Maya? The Prakriti or Bhagavan's power, which keeps us all tied to the samsara. Maya is Ya Ma Sa Maya. It is described like that, defined. That which is not, but which appears to be. Like a movie, like a dream. So, like a reflection, like a shadow. Any number of examples we can give, like a what is that? Mirage water. All these are examples given to say that it is experienced, but really it is not there. Anirvachaniyam Maya. And this whole world is a projection of Ishvara in the form of Maya. And it is very easy for me to say that I have to cross over Maya. It's very easy to cross over Maya. No, it is not. Even for the greatest bhakta, if he is not a parabhakta, if he is not a jnani, there is always a possibility that one may get caught in this Maya. Now, Bhagavan Narada Maharshi wants to warn us that in spite of being a bhakta, we are surrounded by that Maya, that projection called as the universe, and we don't know when we are going to get caught in it. And therefore, he wants to spend 2 or 3 sutras on Maya and the warning for a bhakta here. A bhakta is warned that Maya or Bhagavan's projection of this entire universe in the form of Maya, that Shakti of Bhagavan which doesn't affect Bhagavan, Ishvara's Shakti, which doesn't affect Ishvara, but that which can project something, this world, which is not real, but it looks as though it is real, and we get lost in it. And we may lose a lot of time. And by the time I realize that, my God, I'm caught in this samsara again, what I wanted to really get out of, I'm still caught with children and grandchildren. So what am I going to do? By the time I realize that I have been caught, it may be too late. Or it may be very late. I have lost a lot of time. I've lost a lot of energy. We spend a lot of energy in getting involved in Maya, which is not the truth. We don't have time to know the truth. We don't have the energy or the time to know what the truth is. That is going on the path of moksha as a moksha purusharthi. We don't have that time or energy, but we have enough time to get lost. Get lost where? In this world of projection, in this false world of projection called as Maya. So here in the 46th Sutra, Narada talks about Maya, 46, 47 and 48. So he says in the verse 46, Kastarati kastarati mayam yaha sangam tyajati yo mahanubhavam sevate nirmamo bhavati. So this is something like a, Gita verse. Okay. So he says, Kastarati kastarati mayam. Who is it that is not caught by Maya? Okay, we know a jnani is not caught by Maya. He understands the Jagat, including his body, mind, sense complex, as mithya. He has already understood. But for him, there's no question of getting lost. But for people like us who are karma yogi bhaktas, upasana yogi bhaktas, jnana yogi bhaktas, nididhyasaka bhaktas, we are all bhaktas working towards the same end. What happens to us? He says, kastarati maya. Who crosses maya? Who's not affected by maya? And yes, we have the answer, a jnani. But am I a jnani? No. Then I am Brahman, no doubt about it. But I don't know I am that Brahman. And to know I am that Brahman, all these sadhanas are going on. Bhakti is that sadhana of karma yoga, upasana yoga, that which is in and through every sadhana that a mumukshu does is nothing but bhakti. So now, what does he say? Kahatarati mayam. Who crosses over or who can handle this maya? There are two very nice stories regarding maya, how we get lost. Of course, a story is a story, whether it's a Puranic story or whether it is any other story associated with our scriptures. For some time, we have to keep the logic away. If we logically think, then we say, what kind of a story is this? There's no truth in it. It's not that. We should see the significance of a story, the symbolism of a story, not the reality of a story. Like Nachiketa went to Yamadharmaraja in the Mrityu Loka. A logical mind will say, how did he go? He has to die to go to Mrityu Loka. Did he die? Did he go in the same body? All these kind of, logical fallacies will come. Therefore, when we are listening to any of these stories, let us keep the logic away for some time and see what the symbolism is. The first story is, it seems, Ishvara and Jiva. Okay? Ishvara and Jiva, long back, before even the Jiva, became lost in this and Jivatvam he had. So this Jiva and Ishvara, very good friends, inseparable from each other. We have known that Jiva and Ishvara are inseparable. They cannot be separated. They are one and the same. The Jiva is only a imagined reality. But then it seems Jiva and Ishvara, they are taking it as two there to make a story. Great friends, and they once wanted to play hide and seek. And Ishvara said, I will hide. Hey Jiva, you look, search for me. Okay? And Jiva said, okay, let's play this game. And what did Ishvara do? Immediately, he spread his web of Maya. Fine? He spread his web of Maya. And what happened to the Jiva? He got so involved in that Jagat with that web of Maya. Beautiful names and forms, beautiful experiences, all sensory experiences. In that, the Jiva got caught. And for lives together, the Jiva forgot that he was supposed to search for Ishvara, who had hidden. And after a long time, coming back again and again, suddenly one day, because of Ishvara Kripa, okay, because of Shastra Kripa, because of Guru Kripa, this Jiva suddenly remembered, my God, I was supposed to look for Ishvara, my friend, with whom I was playing hide and seek, and find out where he is. And I completely forgot the game, and I'm lost in this. So now how do I find him? How do I get out of this and find him? And then, because of, Durlabham Trayam Yetad, okay, Manushatvam Mumukshutvam Maha Purusha Samshrayah. Ishvara anugrahadyeva, all these things are possible. So with that Ishvara anugraha, he realized that he had come, he had actually started this game and he got caught in this game and forgot to look for Ishvara. This is our state. And we get lost in the Maya, which is a web, Ishvara's Shakti, which is full of beauty, vanity, utility, and Maya, which is as though real. The whole world is real. Money is real. Objects of the world are real. Relationships are real. Okay? Why do I have to look for anything else? This is enough for me. And at the same time, I go through my kashtas and sukhas and this and that and everything. And one day, having got fed up of this playing in Maya, then I start thinking, is there some way out of this? I have done this again and again and again. Is there some way I can get out of this? And if I have accrued enough of punya because of Ishvara Anugraha, I probably will go to the feet of a guru and ask this question. And what will the guru tell me? You are never away from Ishvara. You are that Ishvara. There is no need for you to search for him outside. You have to just look within yourself. Your journey is not outward. Your journey is inwards. Then you will see that what you have lost, you will find him. And the Shishya said, why is it so? Why is it that Ishvara makes this search so difficult? Because Ishvara is the Mayin and this whole universe is his Maya. Mayam tu prakritim vidhi, Mayinam tu Maheshwara. He's the one who's wielding the magic. As long as you're on the other side of the magic seems real. Once you decide, no, let me not be on the side of the magic, but let me go and stand near the magician. And if I stand at the back of this projection near the magician, then I will see that there is no Maya at all. So, for a person who is on the other side of Maya, it is real. But when I choose the magician weaves a web of magic. And when I'm on the other side, it's real. But if I want to really know whether it's real or not, quietly, if I go and stand behind the magician, then I will understand that there is nothing. It is just the tricks of the hands. Similarly, this is Maya. Ishvara is the one who's wielding this Maya. Because all the jivas have to come, live here, fulfill their prarabdhas. The samsara has to go on. But kaschid dhiraha, okay, manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. A very rare one who's lost in this game starts thinking, is there a way out for me? And then goes through all this moksha purushartha nishchaya, guru mukhena shastra shravanam, karma yogi bhakti in the form of karma yoga, upasana yoga, jnana yoga, etc., etc., etc. He goes through all of them and then he comes to himself and realizes that I was never really lost. I was that Ishvara always. I was never really lost. Second story. I'm giving this story and explaining a little deeper because of always a confusion with what Maya is. And therefore, I'm trying to go a little longer into this because time is not the problem for us. And Narada Bhakti Sutras is the right occasion for us to revisit whatever we have studied earlier in our previous Vedanta sessions. Another story is that it seems Vishnu and Narada were at the Ganga Tiram on the earth. So they had come for Vihara. Anyway, Vishnu can go anywhere. He's the very Sthitikarta of the universe. Narada also is doing Brahmanam in all the 14 lokas wherever he wants. They were at the banks of the Ganga. And it seems Narada said, "Hey Vishnu, people say your Maya is Duratyaya." Krishna says, no, Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. My Maya is difficult to cross. It's only when a person satatam is thinking of me, when he holds on to me, then only he reaches me. Otherwise, he gets caught in Maya. He says that, okay, and I'm the wielder of Maya. Mama Maya, Krishna says. So, what did Narada say? He said, why is it so difficult to cross Maya? What is so great about your Maya, hey Vishnu? Then Vishnu said, okay, we'll talk about it. You just go and have a dip in Ganga and come back. Narada went there, had a dip in Ganga. The minute he had a dip in Ganga, suddenly he became a samsari. He had his become means it's all in his mind. Nothing has happened, It's like he got lost in samsara. Once he got into the water of Ganga, suddenly there was a family around him. There were children, there was wife, he was doing something, dharma, adharma, suffering, happiness, everything. And then he started seeing himself jara, roga, started seeing death in and around him. So he lived a whole life of a jiva, suffering, struggling. Saw other people also in that particular thing. It was like he went into a movie. Supposing you're seeing a movie and you literally get into a movie, what happens? Like some of those sci-fi movies which we have. So he saw himself in samsara leading the life of a grahastha. And he lived in that, according to him, hundreds of years he was in that, struggling and suffering. And suddenly he came out. He didn't come out, he was there. And Vishnu said, Narada, come out, come out. It's quite some time. It's more than 10-15 minutes since you have been there. And Narada came out of that water, and then all samsara was gone. He was with Vishnu. And then he realized what Maya is. So it seems Lord Vishnu said, you understood, no, what Maya is? Now I don't have to explain. And how difficult it is to cross Maya, Fine. So now you understand what Maya is. That is why I say Mama Maya Duratyaya. Okay. Mayam Swam Adhishtaya Visrujami. I create this whole universe holding this Maya, presiding over this Maya. I am the Adhyaksha of this Maya. Therefore, Kastarati Mayam. Twice he asked Narada, because he himself has experienced what it means. Just a moment of forgetfulness. Vishnu was there. The symbolism is he was with Vishnu all the time. For a few moments, Vishnu was not there and he was alone in water. Maya just surrounded him. And he lived his entire life in those 5 minutes or whatever it is as a person caught in the web of Maya. And once he came out, he realized when he was with Vishnu again, he realized that Maya is a projection of the Lord. And when you are with the Lord, Maya cannot do anything. But when you go away from Ishvara, then you are likely to get caught. Even a person like Narada Maharishi had to experience what it means to be ensnared by Maya. Okay, so kahatarati mayam. Okay, who is it that really? Is it possible for anybody to go beyond Maya? Kastarati mayam. He says, Yaha sangam tyajati. Sangam tyajati means the one who is able to distance himself from the world of objects, situations, and people, where there is no sangha. Sangha actually does not mean that you run away from the objects. Sangam tyajati does not mean that, sannyasa or sangha, whatever, giving up sangha does not mean you run away from the objects. You are no longer pulled by those objects. You see them for what they are. I have explained this in Vairagyam. An object is an object which has no inherent happiness in it. It has got some value which can be used in transaction in this world. Simple. Money. It has no intrinsic happiness in it because however much money I have, I need not be happy. It has no intrinsic security in it because I want more and more and more and more. It has no inherent tripti in it because I want more and more. We see today around us how money, nobody is satisfied with how much money they have. Thousands of crores, still I want, atriptikaram. But yes, you cannot say money has no value. It has. It can buy you things, it can buy you comfort, it can give you things. Yes, that's it. And it is there for my use. It is not my, my entire life is not that. But then what do? I run after not only money, anything. I run after the world, acquire more. But do I really get happiness out of it? Because none of those things have got any happiness inherent in them. And the more and more and more I want, the more and more and more atripta I become. So what is the meaning of sangam tyajati? I don't go away from the world, because even if you go away from the world and throw away all your things and do not get exposed to them, in the mind it is always there attracting you. They're always there attracting you. So sangam tyajati means what? Understanding the jagat to have a certain value of its own. It is meant for me as a jiva to be transacted, to be used. Nothing more than that. But the more and more I try to think of it as the real one, okay, I have to understand that these are all mithya. These are all anatmas. These are all not going to be there with me for a long time. Either they will go away from me or I will go away from them. Therefore, I don't develop a kind of a overvalue towards them and get attracted towards them in such a way that only this person will make me happy. Only this much money will make me happy. Only this position will make me happy. All these, this is called as sangha. Sangam tyaktva. The capacity to lose whatever is losable any time, that is vairagya. So sangam tyaktva means that I am well aware that this is a world of objects. These are anityas, meant for my use. Every one of them have some value to give me something in transaction. I will use them for what they are, but I don't mind losing them. Doesn't matter. If I have it, fine. I'll use it to the best of my ability. I won't misuse it. If I don't have it, I will not go after it. Stopping running after the world of objects, people, relationships. Stopping running after aham and mama. Whatever comes, Ishvara Prasada, I will handle it with grace. I will handle it with care as something which is gifted to me by Ishvara. Willing to lose it, willing to give it back to Ishvara whenever he takes it back. Whoever it is, whatever it is. It may be people around me, my close relatives, my family. Yes, they are there for me to play my role. When my role is over, either they will go away from me or I will go away from them. I have no control over them, but I will wisely use them. This is what is called as Sangam Tyajati. Not that I will not touch money anymore. I will not go and see a movie anymore. I will not go and eat out somewhere. No, that is not the thing. That's not the thing. I will always wear some, torn clothes. That's not Vairagya. That's not Sangatyaga. Sangatyaga is to see things for what they are, use them wisely, and be ready to lose them when the time comes without complaining, without holding on to it. Okay, it's over. Fine, it's gone. No holding on to it anymore. Sangam Tyajati. Then it becomes easier because I am slowly losing the grip of Maya over me. The more and more and more Sangha I have towards the world of objects outside, Maya is catching me. Maya is literally binding me. So, kahatarati mayam, yaha sangam tyajati. The one who dilutes his dependence on the world of objects. And how does it happen? A bhakta only. How does a bhakta see the world? The bhakta respects the world. Okay? A bhakta does not blame the world. A bhakta, he or she respects the world as what? This whole universe is Ishvara's manifestation. It is a beautiful manifestation of Ishvara. Ishvara has given me a ground to transact. I will do my best. I will enjoy my best in this world. Do the best I can. Live as dharmically as possible. But ultimately, everything belongs to Ishvara. Whatever comes to me legitimately, dharmically, Ishvara has given me, I will make use of it. Whatever doesn't come to me, it is not in the plan of Ishvara for me to have it. I will let go of it. So, I respect the world also. I respect the objects, the people, and the situation in the world also. I use the Jagat for whatever it is also, but I don't get caught by it. That can happen only when I'm connected with Ishvara. I'm on the side of the magician, not on the other side of the magician. I am Narada with Vishnu, not away from Vishnu in, in a river water. So the more and more I'm connected to Ishvara, the more and more I will find that the grip of Maya over me loosens and loosens. Maya does not do anything to catch me or grip me. I am the one who get caught there, remember. Maya is Jada. Maya is Prakriti. It is a projection. What can Maya do? It cannot hold me in any way. But I get caught in it because of my avidya. I say this is real. I forget that this is a game. I forget that I have come here to play a game. And ultimately, in this game, my goal is to find that Ishvara who is hiding from me. That's it. So he says, Yaha Sangam Tyajati Saha Mayam Tarati. Kahatarati Mayam. Who crosses Maya? See, Narada also is very, he's reiterating it. He's giving emphasis on that. Twice he's saying, who crosses Maya? Who really crosses means who deals with Maya. That's it. Who deals with Maya? I can't cross Maya without the help of Ishvara. Not possible. I have to hold on to Ishvara. I have to be a bhakta, a karma yogi, a upasaka, jnani. Only when I'm a jnani or a parabhakta, then only I can say that I am beyond the grip of Maya. Otherwise, without Ishvara, I cannot get beyond Maya. No logic works, no knowledge works, no scholarship works, no intelligence works, nothing. Here, to cross Maya, the only thing I need is to hold on to Ishvara. My connection with Ishvara has to be extremely strong. Then only I find that I'm able to be, I can manage with Maya. And Maya is there. But for me, Maya does not have its teeth. It's a paper tiger, ultimately. Looks like tiger, but paper tiger. Otherwise, the paper tiger is like real tiger for me. But when I am with Ishvara, Maya is there. Maya is doing her work. I am still there in this Jagat as a jnani. But I am not under the grip of Maya. So, yaha sangam tyajati. Yo mahanubhavam sevate. The one mahanubhava here means the Guru. Okay, the one who serves the Guru. In what form? Serves the Guru in the form of being a good Shishya. That's it. Guru Shushrusha. Shrotum Ichha Shushrusha. Guru Shushrusha means serving the Guru also, at the same time having the desire to be a Shrota. I want to learn from you. The connection with the Guru is strong. Mahanubhavam sevate. Mahanubhavam sevate means what? Serves Guru. Seva, Guru Seva. Guru and people other who are in the Guru Sthana. It may be elders also. It may be my own parents also. It may be all various Mahanubhavas, Mahatmas that I find in various ways. Mahanubhava, the one who Mahanubhavam sevate, nirmamo bhavati. Nirmamo bhavati. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. Sthitadir muniruchyate. The one who does not consider anything as mine. Because what is mine? Everything is given. No, if you look at it. Did we ask for this body? No. My prarabdha, whatever my prarabdha was, begot me this body. Fine. Body was given to me. Ishvara as the karma phala data gives me this body. This intelligence or mind or whatever it's given. The place where I was born, did I choose? Given. Parents to whom I was born? Given. You can say this is all, the effect of my good prarabdha or bad prarabdha, whatever it is. As a jiva, did I have the choice? No. Correct? And whatever values my parents had about education or, whatever they did with me as a child, given. Did I have any control? I did not have any control over what happened to me. Isn't it? I was brought up in a certain way. I was born in a certain culture. Okay. Where I was taken care of. Where my personality bloomed. Is it my doing? Is it something which is given? Everything is given. We say I am a self-made person. Opportunities are given. Isn't it? Same person with the same intelligence, same everything may not get the right opportunity. To be in the right place at the right time. To be in the company of right people given. It's all Ishvara Anugraha. So if we look at it, every day, if we can do this small thing as a small kind of a meditation in the night before sleeping, if I can just, go over all the events of that day and see how many events were what really came out of my will. There must be some. It doesn't mean that we don't have a free will at all. We do have. We do have free will. There's no doubt. That's why our buddhi is given to us. We have a free will. We have a choice. But if you see how many things really happened where we really had no control. Things came up and we dealt with them. Things came up and we dealt with them in whatever way. We had no choice. I could not have chosen and said that at 8 o'clock I will have this, at 9 o'clock I'll have this, I'll do this at this time. I could not have said that. Isn't it? So, if you look at that, everything is given. So, understanding that Nothing is really mine. Everything is Ishvara's. My children might have come out of me, but they are not mine. They are Ishvara Prasada. So many things I am using, Ishvara Prasada. It need not have been there. I need not have had it. It's Ishvara Prasada. So ultimately, to understand that nothing belongs to me. There is nothing here in this world which I can say is mine when there is no mamakara. No ahankara, no mamakara. It's not possible to have no ahankara and no mamakara in this when you're transacting with the world. But a vestigial ahankara is necessary. Okay, even a jnani will have a little ahankara to say, I am here, I am going there. Some little bit of planning here and there we have to do. Some amount of mamakara has to be there, otherwise will not be able to function in life. But what is nirmama here means? It means that I am not unnecessarily locked on to things over which I have no control. I do what I can and leave it. Yes, right now, this is something which I have to do, I will do it. There is nothing more I can do about it. That's it. It's Ishvara's given. I will do it to the best of my ability. What happens about it, it doesn't matter. Not worried about karma phala. Karmani eva adhikarahate ma phaleshu kadacha. At the same time, just because nirmama bhavati means just escape from doing everything, no. Nate sangostu akarmani. That also Lord Krishna said. May you not be attached to doing nothing also. A bhakta is not a lazy person. Okay, he does what has to be done, what is needed to be done. So he says that the one who crosses over Maya, three important things. One is Vairagya. The second one is Mumukshutvam. Mahanubhavam sevate Mumukshutvam. Nirmamaha. Slowly I have to start seeing that really speaking nothing belongs to me. All that is there around me is a gift from Ishvara, given by Ishvara. This is a real bhakta. Nothing is really mine. I can plan. I have the free will to plan, to think of something, do something, but that it will happen the way I have decided or planned, it may not go on. So one of the sadhanas, again he's talking about, for a bhakta who is really interested in loosening the grip of Maya over him, he has to be sangam tyajati. More emphasis on vairagya. Not getting caught by the fancy, onto the things of the world. Mahanubhavam sevate nirmamo bhavati. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time on one sutra, but I think it was worth it, especially when it comes to Maya and the Jiva getting lost in that. The 47th verse, 47th sutra. Now Bhagwan here says, Narada here says, Yo vivikta sthanam sevate, yo lokabandham unmulayati, yo nistraigunyo bhavati, yo yogakshemam tyajati. These are more like, shlokas. They are not like sutras. They are literally last one or two. They are more like, long ones. They are almost like shlokas here, like Gita shlokas. So he says the other thing, which helps, the other sadhanas which help in crossing over Maya for a bhakta, to have less hold of Maya, to have lesser kind of hold of Maya, other sadhanas. The first three was to what? Sangam tyajati, mahanubhavam sevate, nirmamo bhavati. Now he comes to another 3 or 4. He says, Yo vivikta sthanam sevate. Chapter number 6 in Bhagavad Gita, contemplation, nididhyasanam. Where do you do it? Vivikta deshe. Okay? Yo mam smarate rahasi sthitaha. Krishna says, the one who thinks of me, meditates over me in a rahasi sthitaha, vivikta deshe. Rahasi means sthitaha or vivikta deshe means in a place which is conducive, quiet for nididhyasanam or for a bhakta to connect with Ishvara in any form he wants, where there is no disturbance. It is said that the explanation of such a thing is done where, the Shastra explains there should not be any kind of insects, worms which disturb me. Okay, then it should not be in the open air where, other things around me are disturbing me. It should not be in a place where there is a lot of wind. Okay, it should be in a quiet place like on the banks of a river or in a guha, somewhere where I am alone, I am not disturbed, where it is warm, where there are no unnecessary animals and insects trying to bite me and distract me. Basically, where there is no distraction. Now you may ask, in today's world, where are we going to find such a place for my for my nididhyasanam or for my dhyanam? Where do I find? Even in my own place, in one corner of my house, before anybody gets up in the morning, before the day's activities begin, I can find a place where I can be alone, where I can be by myself, undisturbed by any place. Vivikta sthanam, vivikta deshe. In the 6th chapter, Bhagwan Krishna has given a lot of verses on Bahiranga sadhanas for dhyanam. Antaranga sadhanas, Bahiranga sadhanas, Shuchau deshe also. Vivikta deshe, Shuchi, where there is Shuchi, where it is clean. You have to go back to the 6th chapter. So what kind of a place, what kind of an asanam should be there? Okay. So it should be, that ajina, kusha, that together, whatever is that asana. Okay. And how high it should be, how low it should be, what it should not be. Nearly 8 to 10 verses, Bhagwan Krishna talks about the Bahiranga sadhanas or preparation for dhyanam. So here he says, Vivikta sthanam sevate. The one who has to find for some time in a day a place where one can be by himself and be, connected to that Ishvara in whatever way you want, by dhyanam or by japa or your manasa puja or just thinking of that Ishvara in your own way. You may think of Ishvara as a Ekarupa Ishvara Bhakta, your own, Ishtadevata, or I can, contemplate over Ishvara as Vishwarupa Ishvara, or Nididhyasanam on Vedanta truths that I have learned, Shantosmi, Purnosmi, okay, Swastosmi, Nityosmi, Shuddhosmi, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Atma Brahma Ahamasmi. So all these, where Vivikta Deshe Sevate, the one who resorts to a sthanam or a desha. Desha means a place which is free from any kind of distractions or disturbances. Yo loka bandham unmulayati. Okay. Yo loka bandham unmulayati. What is the meaning of loka bandham unmulayati? Okay. Loka bandham unmulayati means the one who is not dependent psychologically or emotionally on the Jagat for his happiness. I think already I spoke in great detail, okay, about that in the previous sutra only, kastarati mayam, in that. But here he says the next sadhana is what? In this verse 47, loka bandham unmulayati. Unmulayati means by root. literally uproots the loka bandha. I cannot uproot the loka. Loka is Ishvara's creation. Maya is Ishvara's creation. Unmulayati means what? I uproot. How? Nirmama. I have to. It's nothing but Vairagya. And later Jnanam. Asanga shastrena dhridena chitva. This samsara urdhva mula madhashakaha. This samsara vriksha in 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Asanga shastrena. By the shastra of Asanga. Asanga means what? Absolutely no entanglement with anything in this world as mine. Asanga shastrena dhridena chitva. And for being that asanga or loka bandha unmulayan, what do you need? Asangatvam should be there. That means mamakara has to come down. Vairagya has to be there. And mamakara, ahankara, if it has to come down, I have to start seeing less of me and more of Ishvara. Bring Ishvara more into my life. I become smaller and smaller, Ishvara becomes bigger and bigger. I become less and less and less significant, Ishvara becomes more and more and more significant. I see Ishvara in everything, start seeing less of me in everything. Whether it is in my doing my karma or playing my role, doing whatever karma I am doing, whatever I am experiencing, in every experience of mine, in every doing of mine, in every karma of mine, I have to start seeing Ishvara. Bring Ishvara into my life. Slowly, I becomes diluted, less and less and less. And that's the only way of uprooting, my entanglement with the world outside. As long as the mamakara is there, as long as the entitlement that I have, that I am the master of all these things, I can get whatever I want, I can do whatever I want, as long as that entitlement is there in me, then loka bandhaha unmulayati. That is not possible. Loka bandha unmulayan, I need to be more and more a vairagi. To be more and more vairagi or have more and more vairagya, I have to become less and less and less of aham and mama. And to be less of mama, I have to bring more and more and more Ishvara into my life. I have to be smaller, and Ishvara is the bigger picture. Ishvara is everything. Yo lokabandham unmulayati, then yo nistraigunyo bhavati. Nistraigunyo bhavati. No longer caught in the three sattva, rajas, tamak, guna manifestations of Maya. Okay, Lord Krishna says, isn't it? Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Nistraigunya means what? I stop doing things for the sake of achieving anything. Like Vedapurva gives me hundreds of sadhana sadhyas for hundreds of, sadhanas for hundreds of sadhyas. But I'm not interested in them. I'm no longer interested in that, in using the Vedas for material acquisition. I'm not interested in using the Veda Purva sadhana sadhya for the sake of perpetuating my samsara. I want to understand that Nirguna Bhagavan me. I want to understand that Nirguna Atma. The Gunatraya Ishvara Atma that I am, I want to understand that. To understand that, one, I have to become Nistrayi Gunyo Bhavati. It can happen overnight. Gradually, these are all steps Vivikta desham deshe vivikta sthanam sevate. Lokabandham unmulayati. Mamakara has to come down. Vairagya has to more and more Ishvara in my life. Then I am slowly getting free from the clasp of the Trigunatmika Maya. And I see myself as the Nirguna Bhagavan. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, we saw 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? So initially, yes, I'm a Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, associated Jiva. But how do I understand myself that it is only the Anatma body, mind, sense complex, this Anatma Jagat, which is full of gunas. And the real Swarupam of me is I'm the Nirguna Atma. Iti, how do I understand? It is only by lessening my mamakara, lessening my ahankara. They all go together. It's not something which is one after another. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam, Bhakti, and all these things, everything goes together, goes together. Values, Amanitvadi values, which are talked about by Lord Krishna in his 13th chapter. All these things, they go hand in hand. They all support each other. We cannot follow one of them and go next. It is not like that. They are all together. Each one supports the other. So, Nistrai Gunyo Bhavati. The more and more I have Amanitvam, Adambitvam, okay, Ahimsa, Kshantihi, Arjavam, Mamakara becomes less and less. So, all these which we have learnt in Bhagavad Gita have to be brought back into our mind again. Yo nistraigunya bhavati, yo yogakshemam tyajati. Yogakshemam tyajati means not all the time interested in yoga kshema. Yoga kshema. Acquire, protect. Acquire, protect. Prevent from losing. Okay? I want more, this, that, and then whatever I have got, protect. I don't have something, I want it. Yoga. I have got something, now I have to protect it. Kshema. My whole life is yoga kshema, yoga kshema, yoga kshema. What happens in yoga kshema? Ahankara becomes more. I am getting it and I have to protect it. Mamakara increases. I have done so much struggle to get that. This is mine. I cannot let it go. I cannot have somebody have it. It is mine. Okay. So here, yoga kshemam tyajati. The one who's willing to see the whole universe of Trigunatmika Maya as a distraction, lessen my mamakara and ahankara, and where I'm able to really take Ishvara on my side so that Maya's clutches become lesser and lesser. Then we have the third one also here. I'll just read it. Yaha karma phalam tyajati karmani sanyasyati tato nirdvandvo bhavati. How one becomes nirdvandvo nirahankaraha, nirmamo nirahankaraha. We'll take it in the next session because I'm taking a lot of time on this because we are revisiting Bhagavad Gita here, a lot of verses from that. Nandantu sadhaka sarve vinashyantu vidushakaha avastha shambhavi mestu prasannostu gurus sada sarve bhavantu sukhinaha sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkham apnuyat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat.